I wanted Olivia to help me with this project. I thought it would be fun, and she helped me for 1.5 minutes, and then she went to go do her thing. So I'm gonna just work on this. I'm doing another fermentation, and I'll take you along for this one. This recipe calls for apples to be put through a juicer, and I don't have a juicer. So I'm just gonna blend them with some water till I can get them as pureed as possible, and then I'll strain it and use the juice from that. Let's see what happens. That's kind of how I'm going about this. I cut myself. I haven't cut myself, I don't even remember. Years. Actually, last year for Luca's birthday, I was grating carrots and I cut my nail off, like sliced it off on the grater. That was horrible. And this is why I cut myself, was because Leia was crying and I was trying to hurry. And anytime you do that, whenever you try to hurry, it's never a good thing. Ooh, aren't you pretty? Right, so this is taking forever. The process is just taking way longer than I had expected, which is probably why the recipe tells you to use a juicer. The good news is I'm getting like apple juice, and then I'm getting an apple sauce that I'll be able to use in other stuff. And just in case you're wondering, like, this is what's crazy to me. You don't ever see apple juice in the stores this color. It's always like clear, clear, clear. And that's because it's processed. And not to mention, this is like, tastes way different. It's not nearly as sweet because it doesn't have added sugar. But it's still good. After an extremely tiresome process, I am finally done. And this is what I am left with. This is just pure apple juice. Look at the color in that. Magnificent. And this is all my leftover applesauce. We don't really eat applesauce, so I'm thinking I can use them to make muffins or cookies, where I would just take that and I would put in like oats, raisins, nuts, and like eggs, and that would be it. I don't think I'll be doing this again unless I actually have a juicer. The process was arduous. This is day 2 of what this apple cider looks like. It's smelling, usually when it's fermented, it smells kind of like yeast or like a sweet vinegary kind of smell. And it's starting to smell like that. It's not real fuzzy or like fizzy. When I move it, it doesn't really have bubbles coming. So this is day 2. We'll see after day 3 how it does. It just tastes sweet. It doesn't really taste like it's actually fermented yet. Okay, I actually just moved it to glass containers because I thought maybe it being in a stainless steel metal bowl is inhibiting the fermentation process. It's pretty common when you're making like a ginger bug or something, so we'll see. Who knows? I really hope it turns into something, just because of what a pain this was to go through. Okay, remember how I was saying that it wasn't fermenting and I didn't know if maybe the silver bowl had something to do with that? Look at this. Can you see this? Like, in just a few hours it started foaming on top, which is a great sign. So I think the silver stainless steel bowl was really the problem here. And we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. One thing I forgot to mention about making fermented drinks is that you don't want to make a lot of it at once, because as they sit and continue to ferment, they pretty much turn into like alcohol. Olivia walked into my frame totally naked. So at this point, This one here is like very, very vinegary, which is great because that's all that's left. If you can see, like, that's all that's left is that little bit. So I'm gonna discard that. It's looking promising. I'll leave it the rest of the day and then maybe put it in the fridge tonight. So the time has come, and I'm finally going to move this fermented drink. I'm going to transfer it into a bottle and then put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll taste it later today to see how it tastes. But it looks really good. And there you have it. It's time. About to try this bad boy out. It smells like fermented. This is better than drinking alcohol. Oh God, no. I did not seriously mean that. I made wine, everybody. I literally made wine. This is like totally wine. No. Damn. So, in this case, it has fermented too long and it's become alcohol. So that means I left it out too long. Like, I should have put it in the refrigerator yesterday, not this morning. The reason I keep trying it is because I'm hoping that it's like, no, that's just the top. Just the top little bit became alcohol. It's alcohol. Dang it. Dang it. I'm so upset now. And now I don't have a fermented drink to drink for the next few days. Alright. Well, it was a success. It did, in fact, ferment. I just left it too long. I'm not going to do this one again. Unless I get a juicer and can juice my way through this, I am not going through that. God dang it, I'm upset. Ugh. So this was a successful failure because A, it worked. I just didn't put it away soon enough. And B, it's a failure because it's alcohol and I don't want to drink. I mean, I'm sure homemade alcohol is better for you than store-bought alcohol, but I don't want to drink it anyway. Dang. All right. Cue the sad music. I even tried it again at the very, very end to think maybe, and it was like even worse at the bottom. Hey. So now I get to show you how to make fermented raspberry orange drink because I know how that turns out.